Hi, my name is Gabrielle Fruget, and this is the video for week 8. We're about halfway through the session. Okay, so why don't we move on to another problem that we addressed on your treatment plan, and you talked about wanting to improve your self-esteem. So to start, why don't you tell me what it means to you to have good self-esteem or high self-esteem?
Um, well, I think there are different aspects of it. There's the physical aspect, which is really not really something that I guess would need to be covered here. But then, like the emotional part, um, I don't know, I guess getting to the point where I feel adequate again, you
And
know?
how would you describe feeling adequate? What are some characteristics?
Well, to feel needed and not just by my kids. I know my kids need me.
Mm-hmm.
And but to also feel like I'm doing a good job with them. You know, I mean, I know they're still young and it's going to be hard to tell how well I've done with them until they're older and
Mm-hmm.
you know, if they hate me or not, then I guess that'll be a good measure, but um you know, just feel like I'm doing something for them, like I'm not just existing. I want to know that I'm building them up and um I don't know. I want to feel a sense of worth, you know? I don't know.
Do you feel that you're doing a good job with them now?
I think I'm doing the best that I can with what I've got, you know?
What would make you feel like you're doing a good job?
I guess the biggest thing right now would be to see a big turnaround in David, to see him start coming around more and,
Mm-hmm.
you know, to stop, you know, taking it out on me so much and actually start having fun with us again as a family, you know?
Do you find that when he doesn't want to talk to you or when he's distant, that makes you a bad mother or that you're not good enough?
It sometimes it makes me feel like I'm not good enough. But at the same time I try to, you know, also try to remember that he's a little boy and he needs his dad and he's still just trying to process all of this and, you
Mm-hmm.
know, figure things out. And I guess the hardest part is I can't help him with that because I'm still trying to figure things out, you know.
Right.
And it's going to be different, him trying to figure it out and me trying to figure it out, because it's two different things, you
Mm-hmm.
know. I don't know. I just feel like since I can't just automatically fix it, like I can fix other things in their lives, this isn't a quick fix. And it just, you know, makes me feel a little less.
Do you think that if you showed that you felt good about yourself and that you accepted who you are and loved yourself, that your kids would learn how to love themselves too?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
do you think that you show them that?
I think I used to, you know, before the divorce and everything, I think I did a good job of it.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's like I'm trying to relearn it, you know? Since our lives have been thrown off course and everything, it's, um,
Could you give me an example of what you're trying to relearn as far
well,
as
you know, like,
self-esteem?
well, you know, before the divorce, it was, you know, I knew where I stood in the family. I knew what my job was. I knew what I needed to do every day. You know, take them to sports, take them to school, fix their lunches, get them fed. And a lot of that's still the same. It's just in a different environment now.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess part of me doesn't feel as needed because their grandparents are there. And though they don't have full responsibility of everything, they still want to try and help out, you know, and which I'm fine with, but I guess it just kind of takes away from my mother roles, you know?
Hmm. Do you find that your parents kind of infringe on your parenting? Maybe
Not
they
on
do things when they shouldn't, or
No, not in any big way. I think it's just I guess the hardest part is seeing how much the kids prefer. Well, I say prefer because that's how it feels sometimes.
Mhm.
But they enjoy it so much when it's their grandparents doing stuff with them instead of me. And I understand that's how it is for any little kid. Grandparents are fun, but you know, that used to be me doing that with them all the time.
Well, do you think there's maybe different things that you can start with them, new traditions, or something that can make you regain that parenting time?
Probably so. I mean, it's a matter of figuring it out, I guess. I just I guess I figured all of that would come when I, was able to fully establish my independence again, and we were out on our own, and
Hmm.
you know. But I guess I wasn't also expecting to feel like this either, living with them.
Right.
And they don't do it on purpose, I know, but they're just trying to help, and I appreciate it. You know.
So aside from your parenting skills, what are other characteristics that you would define in yourself that would allow you to have self-esteem or higher self-esteem?
Well, I guess part of me just feels like a big fat failure, because of the marriage thing, especially since my ex hasn't come right out and said why he chose to be with this woman instead of me. There's no closure. He hasn't clarified, exactly what it is that made him want to leave.
And do you think that by him telling you that would really give you closure, or that would make you feel less angry about the divorce?
Well, it would at least give me some insight, because right now, especially with David taking his anger out on me, it makes me feel like I was doing something wrong, and I just don't know what that was. If I knew, then either I could try to make sure I'm better the next go round, if there is a next go round, or I can see what it truly was and know that it wasn't me, or it wasn't completely me, and it would help me get over it, I think. I say that, but I guess there's no way to know unless it happens.
Well, do you think that knowing anything about why your husband left, or decided to get with somebody different, do you think learning that now would change anything?
I don't think it would change anything like relationship wise.
No, but in yourself. I mean, do you think that it would change the circumstances that you are in, or